Hi, let's make things clear about this important subject in my life and in the life of, I think, thousands of hundreds, hundreds of thousands of people around the world. And I'm talking about gender dysphoria, about transgenderism. Today I heard, today, in these days, I've heard many times about the words gender theory and all the fight around the world, around the first world is made about all this fuss about the legitimacy of a theory for gender people. We all think that the gender theory is just a bunch of ideas of people who decide they cannot accept they are men or women, male or female. They just decide one day that they want to be male instead of female or female instead of males. This is the most stupid and idiotic way of seeing this important thing that I ever uh, thought, thought about. The fact that a human being can be born without a, a correspondence between biological identity and mental identity is something as natural as the world itself. I am a transgender, but not because one day I just woke up and say, oh, well, I think I wanna be a female because I'm tired of being a male. This is a completely wrong way of seeing the matter. Gender identity is not a theory, it's not a lobby, it's not a bunch of people who just disagree with you and want to make your life more confused about gender identities. They are just people whose biological identities does don't correspond to the mental one. Well, the sexuality of a man or a woman is something both physical and psychic. When you look at the mirror, yourself at the mirror, and see a male or a female, it's not because you have penis or a vagina and you just think that, oh, well, I have a penis or I have a vagina and so that I am a man or a woman. The sexual identity comes before what you see in the mirror or what you have on you as a man or a woman. You are a male or a female, you feel male or a female before you experiment your sexual desires. That's because transgender people or people with gender dysphoria um, are like that since they are born, since they are in their mother's womb. There is not a theory to discuss about when you came to accept a transgender person. A transgender person is like that because nature creates has created it or her is him or her like that. As a man wanting to be a woman, as a woman wanting to be a man. Let's talk about me. I am a female inside, but with these misfortunes of being born with a biological sexuality of a male. For people like me, there is a process called gender transition, who could allow me to become a woman, a female. Well, because of many problems, because of my family that was hostile to this transition, because of very ignorant parents and friends who abandoned me before I could decide what I could do with my life, um, it was impossible for me to obtain this transition, to live my life fully as a woman, as a female. I'm just imprisoned, caged, caged in this body, this male body. But this doesn't mean that I don't feel a female, that I'm not a woman inside. I know it can be quite difficult to understand, but just think about the necessity you you yourself have of living your own sexuality. What will happen to you if you couldn't express your desires, your sexual attraction towards a kind of people, just because you have a mask it should just glued to your body and impossible to take off? What would happen? How would you feel about it? I'll tell you, you will be so sad, so disturbed, so you will feel so disgraceful that you may have this desire of take your own life. And many transgender people did it just because society didn't allow them to become what they felt inside. So that's the real gender theory. That's not a theory. That's the gender life that most people, especially in my country, I'm talking about Italy, doesn't want to know just because they are too ignorant to accept it. I hope I was clear enough to let you understand about my situation. And I thank you for your attention and your, uh, you're trying to understand. See you. Thank you and see you in the next video.